Today I am going to explain the poem A Tiger in the Zoo. This poem contrasts a tiger in the zoo with the tiger in its natural habitat. In this poem, the contrasting situation and the contrasting mental status of the tiger has been mentioned, has been shared, that what a tiger feels when he is kept in the zoo. And the tiger imagines that when he would be in the forest, in the jungle, how happy he would be and what he would be doing. So such kind of feeling has been shared. The poem moves from the zoo to the jungle and back again to the zoo. So he thinks that what the situation would be in the jungle and what the situation is in the zoo. So read the poem silently once and say which stanza speak about the tiger in the zoo and which one speak about the tiger in the jungle. The first stanza. He stalks in his vivid steps, the few steps of his cage, on pads of velvet quiet, in his quiet rage. He stalks. Stalking means to move slowly and quiet. It means he feels that it seems that he is very calm and cool and he walks proudly and quietly. The vivid means bright color and strips mean there are different kinds of color strips are there. So in his bright color strips and he moves one place to another silently, quietly. The few steps. He takes only few steps of his cage. The reason? Because the cage is having a particular periphery. When he walks some steps after that, the another side wall comes. So that is why he is to turn back and again he takes a round to and fro of the cage. Actually, the tiger is well known for his speed. A tiger can run, can move, can walk miles of kilometers. But his capacity has been captivated and he is not able to even walk properly. The natural freedom that has been given by the God and everyone can walk, but we humans have captivated the quality of walking, the quality of running, the quality of jumping from the tiger, and the tiger has been captivated. So the tiger is feeling very nervous, the tiger is feeling very disappointed, the tiger is very sad that he is not able to walk, and that is why he is not happy. The peacefulness that he is showing, that is not something like happiness, that is a kind of anger, and he is trying to control his anger, and that is why he is very calm. On pads of velvet quiet, that is having velvet kind of pad through which that has been made by the nature so that he can run long distance, he can move long distance, but his this capacity has been captivated and that is why he is very quiet. Actually he is in rage but he is very quiet because he knows that if he will show his anger then no benefit will take place. I would like to give the reference of the Gautam Buddha. Gautam Buddha has taken the decision that we take to calm our mind, that is always wrong. But the decision should be taken from our calm mind. Entirely it means to say that if the person is under control of his passion, then he does not take suitable decision. And the decision that we take under passion, then it goes wrong. So the tiger knows very well that he is angry. But if he will show his anger, it will not give him any kind of benefit. And if he tries to show his anger, then definitely the hunter will come and he will be punished. At present, he is having a cage in which he is able to walk. Later, he may be captivated in such a kind of a small cell where he will not be able to walk properly. So, showing anger at the wrong time, at the wrong place, will harm us. So that is why we should try to keep control our passions. We should try to keep our anger, and that is why the tiger is very calm mode. Now second stanza, he should be lurking in shadow. In second stanza, he is reflecting that how happy he would be if he would be in the forest. He should be lurking in the shadow. He thinks that if he would be in the jungle, then definitely he would be hiding himself behind the long grasses. Sliding through long grasses, behind the long grasses, near the water hole where plump deer pass. Means where there is a source of water in the jungle, generally animals used to come there and he will be waiting for a plump deer. Plump deer, the deer whose body is full of flesh and who is very fat so that he may be able to get good amount of flesh. He would be lurking for such kind of deer, such kind of animal so that he may be able to get his prey and he will be able to satiate his hunger. So in this prospect he would be in the jungle and he would be doing so. So now he is imagining that how happy is the time was it when he was in the jungle and when he was able to do these all kinds of things. And that is why he is imagining that one day the day will come when he will be in the jungle and he will be lurking and he will be behind the deer and he will be able to get his flesh fresh of deer, and then he will be the very happiest soul on the earth. Third stanza, he should be strolling around houses at the jungle's edge. Now he is imagining that if he would be in the jungle, and by the way, if he reaches at the edge of the jungle, then definitely from there the village starts, and then he will be roaring loudly, and the roaring of the tiger would have a great impact on the people of the village. All the villagers and all the animals will run to their hiding place. There is a kind of terror, there is a kind of fear in the heart of the people, in the heart of the animal. Bearing his white fangs, his claws terrorizing the village. Bearing means showing, white fangs, two long sharp teeth. So while showing his two long sharp teeth and his claws, and then he will be roaring, and then he will be terrorizing the villager, and the villagers will be in their hiding places. But now in the forest, now in the zoo, he is helpless. He cannot do any these kind of things, and that is beyond his imagination. And these two stanzas shows his flight of imagination, that how happy he would be when he would be in the jungle and what he would be doing. Now, fourth stanza. But he is locked in a concrete cell. His strength behind bar. He is locked, but the tiger kept in the captivation and in a concrete cell, the cage that is made from bricks and sand and cement, and that is very strong. His strength behind bars and his power, his stamina, his energy has been kept in captivation, and that is why he is behind the bars and he is unable to do any kind of thing. The tiger imagines that he would be able to face hundreds of people at a time, and hundreds of people will not be able to face a tiger. But at this time, since it is iron bars, and he will not be able to break that iron bars, and that is why his power has been captivated behind the iron bars. You must have seen the movie of Mithun Chakravarti and Sunny Deol, that they are showing their power and breaking the bars and doing all these things. Do you not think that the tiger does not have the capacity of 100 people? And definitely, if the 100 people are coming together, then a tiger will be able to face all of them. But it is the matter of the bar. His power has been limited by the bars, and that is why he is not able to damage that, break that, and he has been kept in captivation, stalking the length of his cage, and that is why he is unable to do any kind of thing, and he is walking to and fro for the length of the cage, and he is thinking, and he is in the deep meditation, and he is expecting the day will come when he will be released and he will be the happiest soul on the earth. And then it comes the visitors. Generally the visitors comes there, and they want to see the tiger, and they like to tease tiger, so that the tiger must retaliate. They want to listen the roaring sound of the tiger. So sometimes they throw stones, sometimes they throw some eatables, sometimes even a child can offer kurkure to the tiger, but the tiger will not like to eat these all kinds of things, because in the same way the child who is not having anything, he might spit on the tiger in this prospect that he must retaliate. And if the tiger retaliates, if he tries to roar, then definitely the rest of the people, the rest of the visitors, even a child, will have a great clapping in place of fear. Now just imagine that when he would be free in the jungle, then hundreds of people, hundreds of villagers will run away, listening the roaring sound of the tiger from far away. But now in the jungle, now in the zoo, there is a very less distance between visitors and the tiger. Even if he roars, it will not give him any kind of fear, and they will clap, and they will be very happy, and that is why the tiger knows these all kinds of things. That is why he does not retaliate, and that is why he ignores visitors entirely, because that will have no effect. Showing our anger where we are unable to do any kind of thing, we should try to keep calm, and we should try to gain our energy, stamina, power, and we should wait for the suitable time, because the time is might. When the suitable time will come, then definitely we will overcome the problem. But it is not that every time we should retaliate and we should try to overcome the situation. Sometime to wait and to avoid is the philosophy of life, to overcome the situation. He hears the lost voice at night. In the night, when the tiger sees to the sky and listens the sound of the patrolling cars. The patrolling cars means cars moves here and there to check the conditions and situations of the wild animals in the zoo, and that is why he is listening the sound of the car and stares with his brilliant eyes. And he stares means to look intently, and he stares to the stars from his brilliant eyes. Which eyes are brilliant? The eyes which are having hope, the eyes which are having expectation, the eyes that can see a dream, because the person who can see a dream, then he can try to fulfill his dream. So the tiger has his eyes very brilliant, because still he is having expectation that one day he will be in the forest. He is having hope that one day he will be in the forest, and he is in this positive prospect that one day the day will come and then he will be able to live his natural wild life. That is why the eyes are brilliant. At the brilliant stars, the stars are brilliant. Why? Because they always shine. And the shining of the star inspire us as they are the star that they are shining, as the tiger is also a star of the forest, of the jungle. And as they are shining, as the same way the tiger will shine when he will be in the forest. And that is why there is a kind of positivity in his soul, in his mind, that one day the good day will come and then he will be able to live his life happily and satisfactorily. This prospect shows that whatever the situations we are having, whatever the adverse situation we are having, we should try to overcome it, and we should have positivity in our mind, in our brain, and so that we should try to overcome the situation. Then definitely one day we will be overcome. Don't forget that if the person is having 99 good qualities and he is having one bad quality, and if plus 99 is multiplied by minus 1, it will become minus 99. It means the person is having all the good qualities, but he is having one bad qualities, then definitely his all qualities will be diminished, and the bad quality will overcome. In the same way, if the person has all the positivity, and if he is avoiding all the negativity, and then he does not have any kind of negativity in his mind, in his brain, in his soul, then definitely his positive outlook, his positive approach give him a suitable time, suitable opportunity. The one day will come, and then he will be able to overcome the situation, and he will be able to live his life happily and satisfactorily as he wants. Now, the poetic devices. In the first stanza, you can see there is a personification in the line, in the words, he stalks. Here the lion, the tiger has been personified, and that is why there is a personification in the term he stalks. And you can see vivid strips, that is showing a kind of imagery that we can imagine that how the strips are there on the body of the tiger, so that is why there is imagery. And we can imagine how a tiger is walking, and that is a matter of imagination. So the few steps of his gaze is example of imagery. On pads of velvet quiet. Pads of velvet quiet means pads like velvet. It seems simile, but the term as are missing, and that is implied simile. So there is a comparison without using as like, so there is a metaphor on pads of velvet quiet. And quiet raise. Quiet and raise is just contradictory, so that is why there is oxymoron. In the second stanza, we can see he should be lurking in the shadow, and just this scene we can imagine, so there is imagery. And in the second, third, and fourth line, we are able to see the sentence is not completed, and there is no any full stop or comma, so that is why sliding through long grass near the water hole where plump deer pass, there is enjambment. Now third stanza, he should be snarling. The sound of the animal it means onomatopoeia. So there is onomatopoeia in the term he should be snarling. Around houses, now we can see O and O, so you can imagine there is assonance. At the jungle's edge, bearing his white fangs, his glass. Now his and his in the third line repeated, so there is a repetition. In the fourth stanza we are able to see, but he is locked in a concrete cell. Locked E, concrete E, cell E. It means repetition of the same sound, and that is consonance. And next second line we see his strength behind bars, B and B, that is consonance. Now in the last stanza we are able to see he hears, that is an example of alliteration. The last word at night, the patrolling cars, that is transferred epithet, because car does not patrol, it is the person who moves one place to another, so that is why that is the patrolling car. Now in the last two lines are the stay and stares with his brilliant eyes at the brilliant stars. The brilliant word has been repeated, so there is example of repetition. Thank you listening me attentively, and please don't forget to like it and share.